All right, welcome to One Delish, everyone. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a cabbage diet soup. So here we have our cabbage. We're gonna start with that. Cut it straight in half. Board's moving. You don't want that. Cut it in half. I'm going to get rid of that stem right there. Cut that stem off. Get that out of the way. Get the other one in here. Much like some of the other meals that I do with cabbages. Let's move you over just a little bit. So you can see me cut the cabbage. Alright, so you're going to cut that cabbage down. And you're going to cut these into 1-inch pieces, like quarters, like 1-inch blocks, or close enough, just so that your spoon can get it, you know. Let me move you over just a little bit. Sorry about that. Cut you there. So you're gonna cut these up into little cubes. All right. Let's go ahead and put these into the pot, like so. Yeah. Let's go ahead and cut up our second half. Now after I've cut this up, I'm gonna cut up my carrots. Just like that. And smaller, you can go smaller, doesn't matter. All right, chuck it into the pot. Next, we have up our carrots. You can use baby carrots, but right now I don't. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta clean them off. You need about 1 pound to 2 pounds of carrots. So I'm gonna scrape all of these here. What I'm doing is scraping all the carrots, all the skin off of it. Leave it kind of dirty there, but we'll move that onto the side. Okay, once I've done that, now my next thing I want to do is I'm going to chop it up. So I got 5 of these to do. Lay it to the side. Clear your knife. Cut those up. Come back a little bit. Sorry about that. Cutting them up into like 1/4-inch slices. You can dice it whatever which one you want. On the very end, I'm not gonna keep, so I'm just gonna put that to the side. All right, so that little butt there, I'm not gonna keep, so put that aside. Put all that into the pot. I have 4 more to cut and scrape. All right, let's cut up the rest of the carrots. I just scraped them off, and now I'm gonna cut them all up. Get them diced up, because the next thing we're gonna do is cut up the celeries. So we're gonna dice these up, get them ready for the pot. Now these are gonna be really good in there. Get all that goodness in there. Carrots are very good for eyesights, for all those good things. I mean, so many things carrots good for. But in this meal, this is gonna be super for weight loss. Wait till you see all the other ingredients we're gonna be putting in here. And also, I have this below in the description, in the whole cabbage diet day by day. So if you want to go check that out in the description, you can. So I'm just making it for you, and I also have it in my blog, so you can go and see that. So next thing up, we have to go and cut our celeries, a whole stalk of celery. Now the only thing I'm gonna get rid of is the leaves, but everything else I'm gonna keep, and I'm gonna put it in there. So we're just gonna dice this up real quick for you, you know, so we can cut it like this. Kind of cut it down like so. Just watch your hand. Not, just be careful. Just make sure you want them in nice chunky sizes. Oh, bring you back just a little bit so you can see. Chunky sizes. Little chunky bites. Get that in there. Put all that chunky stuff in there. Alright. Now I got to put this whole stock in there. Got that piece there. Break that up. This is the greens part of it. Not that saying that the cabbage is not greens, but these are the greens of it. So, alright, gotta put 3 of these together like that. Put my knife in there just a little bit. And then just start cutting. Amazing. All that stock you see here with the leaves, I'm going to divide those as well too. I'm going to use those, just leave the leaves off of there. I got celery everywhere. It's going to take a lot of celery here. Mix that around. So after you've done our celery, just cut them up some more. Like I said, put them all back in the stock, like how they grew. Take your knife, come straight down like that a little bit. Watch your hand, don't get close to your hand like that. And just cut them up. Okay, so now next thing, after I've cut these up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the onions and the garlic. All right, we have our onion and our 6 cloves of garlic. So let's go and cut those up. Start with my onion. Get rid of that edge right there. Toss it out of there. All that, you don't need all that. All right, let's slice that like that. So we can peel this back and dice up our onion. Take off that first shell off of there. You can always use that if you need, but when you need one, we only need 1 onion here. Lay all that aside. Gonna dice it up like that, like so. It don't have to be small, but for this, I'm gonna cut it up because a pot is filled up. But those cabbages will wilt down, just like all the other cabbage videos that you would see. All right, let's toss them. Cut them one more cut. Because when you put your soup, when you're grabbing your soup spoon, you don't want that big old chunk. I just remembered that. You know, gotta make sure those chunks are small enough that you can enjoy it, you know? All right. That's pretty good. But these all will wilt down in the heat. So let's put that in there. Get the rest of this together. Put those in. Put everything in the pot. All right, now let's get our 6 cloves of garlic. We can crush them like so. And then cut them up into more small little chunks. Yeah, that's gonna give it a kick and some flavor. And garlic is another food that's very, very good for you. Blood pressure, all that good stuff. Fights cancer. So it's very good. All right, put that all in there. All right, let's go ahead and put our can into there. Our stewed can, you need 28 ounces, it's 14.5. So this is what we're gonna need. We need 2 of these. Get it it all in there. Next thing you're gonna need is another one of these here. This is the stewed one, and you can tell it's all mounted up in there. That'll all cook down, and then you have this is the diced ones of tomatoes. So let's get them all in there. Get this all diced up. Now that cabbage is going to cook down, and we're going to have to let it cook down in order for this to come all the way down. All right, let's put in our water and then put in our spices. Here we go. We want to bring our water up to a certain height, because once the cabbage get in there, it's going to pull its way down. So I got some little bit of water here. So let's just pour that in there. You can take it to the faucet and pour it in. But when you see the water, that means that you should have enough. So I'm pouring that in there. Pour a little bit more in there. You don't need very much, because the cabbage is going to, by the cabbage cooking, the cabbage is going to wilt down, and that gives up a lot of water. This is one great meal, and you will lose weight with this. Okay, so now I see the water. That's gonna be good. All right, now let's start putting in our spices. We're gonna put 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Sorry, it's gonna put in 1 teaspoon of chili powder. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of oregano. Get it in there. That's to give you that nice taste to it. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And you get 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And the last one, you can make a choice on that. If you have stopped dealing with hypertension, you can skip this. This is a 1/4 cup. This you can go, not a cup, sorry, teaspoon. They're all teaspoons. A 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, whatever one you want to use or not even use in this dish. So we're gonna put. I'm gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon in here. I'm gonna use some of it. I'm gonna use all that. So you make the choice on how much you want of that. All right, from here we're gonna go put it on the stove, and I'm using getting it Texas Pete hot pepper. Put in there. So we put quite a bit, around about a 1/2 teaspoon or so of hot pepper. You could put as high as a teaspoon. I would say a teaspoon, because that's what's going to. And the goal here is to get this to start to boil. Once it starts, not boil, but you want to see it start simmering up. Once it starts to simmer up, then I'm going to turn it down to like a medium high, because I don't want this to cook and boil. That's not good. You want it to slowly cook down, so all the nutrients and everything else can just all come together. So that's what I want to do. So we're gonna let it cook. Let's put it down and not come to a boil. That's the whole idea. Let it come medium high, and we're gonna leave it there for about. I'm gonna cover this up. Put the cover on there. Cook there for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to check back on it. This is about a 1-hour process. When it gets hot, the metal is going to want to push everything up, and that's what's going on here. So I took the cover back off. I'm going to let it cook itself down first before I put that cover on, and adjust my gauge here. I'm going to adjust my gauge to a much more lower like a lower temperature as we go down. So that's what I'm doing right now, letting it cook its way down, because it's kind of high now. Once we have those cabbages, the cabbage is going to cook its way down, and as that cooks its way down, I'll lower the temperature down, and we're going to let it cook for about an hour, and in the last 30 minutes, I'll bring it down to medium low to let it cook the last 30 minutes. So that's what we're doing, and we'll wait till we get to the point where this cooks its way down. All right, look at that. Look how easy that is to move this around. And that is all rotating around. The steam is coming out right now. So I'm gonna let it cook down a little bit more. Whoop, got some stuff that fell on the stove. So this is smelling and looking really good. So I'm gonna just keep on, moving it around, let all that cook down. And we're gonna let it keep cooking. And then at the end, we're gonna do a taste test. And I'm gonna try the diet as well too and see how much pounds I'm gonna lose. So if you wanna join me, let me know. Put something in the description that you've joined in trying this out. Also, like I told you, check out in my blog. It's a step-by-step on how to do the cabbage diet and some other tips in there as well too. All right, see you. Let's go and check out. See you in a second. All right, let's check it. Sorry for the bump there. Let's check it. Ooh, looks good. It's bubbling. Let's check it out. Looking amazing in there. Let's get a bigger spoon. All right, we're gonna do a quick test here. Still kind of warm, but it's rendering down really good. Right about close to that hour. Let's take a taste test. Blow it. You get the first bite. All right, I get the next. That's good. Nice, crunchy, tasty, very peppery. I can see where it can help you lose weight. You can feel that burn going in. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.